Could be another stormy evening across parts of the area. We're tracking the potential for an additional round of strong and severe thunderstorms.
High winds cause damage across Wolfe County. Some people can't stay in their homes.
And Coach John Calipari has his first news conference since the season ended in the NCAA tournament. What he had to say next on your official UK station.
WKYT News starts now with First Alert Weather.
Good afternoon, I'm Jennifer Palumbo. While people in parts of Kentucky clean up from yesterday's storms, we're preparing for another round. That's why we've declared another WKYT First Alert Severe Weather Day. Here's a live look at downtown Lexington, where right now it's dry and in the low 80s, but some places are seeing rain. WKYT Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey shows us what's on the First Alert Defender. Chris?
Yeah, certainly calmer than what we were talking about at this same point yesterday, Jennifer, but the potential, as you mentioned, for additional rounds of thunderstorms to take aim at the region is with us. Some thunderstorms out there right now. Defender Radar Network picking up on a couple of rounds here from Sandy Hook, Elliott County, just to the northwest of Moorhead, in and around parts of Fleming County, where you had some flash flooding late yesterday afternoon heading into the evening. Across the Bluegrass region, we've had a shower or two try to go up. So far, not having a whole lot of luck. What we're concerned with as we go into the middle and latter part of the evening, complex of thunderstorms that is out across parts of the St. Louis area, barreling its way eastbound across the I-64 corridor here into southern sections of Illinois. That is a thunderstorm complex that is going to try to turn the corner and head toward the east-southeast into parts of western and central Kentucky a little later this evening. Future radar, hour by hour, spotty stuff through 7, 8 o'clock this evening. Then that cluster of thunderstorms is going to try to make a run at us as we go between, let's say, 9 o'clock and midnight tonight. And from there, it's game on for some additional rounds of showers and storms that would carry us into the wee hours of the morning. Jennifer, that's what we'll be watching and tracking in greater detail. But I come back in about 15 minutes.
We're tracking breaking news right now out of Estill County. 2 people have been shot in an apparent drive-by shooting. The shooting happened just before 2:30 on Stacy Lane Road. That's off Kentucky 52, just outside Irvin. WKYT's Garrett Weimer is live at the scene with the breaking details. Garrett?
Yeah, I don't have many details at this point, but I can tell you state police are out here investigating at a home. You can see just over my shoulder that White House right there off of Stacy Lane Road, here where we're told what was a reported drive-by shooting. Now, this is a rural area, but there's homes all up and down the road here. Police say 2 people were injured, but they do not think those injuries are life-threatening. Now, I talked to a couple of folks who live nearby here. They say they were not home at the time. They just came home and were shocked to see a lot of police and ambulances here next door. Now, I'm still working to get more details at this point, and I will bring them to you as we get them. For now, live in Estill County, Garrett Weimer, WKYT.
Thanks, Garrett. People are cleaning up in eastern Kentucky from yesterday's storms. Strong winds from the storms brought down trees and knocked out power in Wolfe County. As Sean Moody reports, the National Weather Service is in the area taking a look at the damage. It's our top story at 4.
It's been an all-day job for crews here in Campton clearing out downed trees, but some families a little further up the road have a lot more work ahead of them.
Those winds either snapped or uprooted several trees throughout Campton and Wolfe County. Trees did a lot of damage to a couple of mobile homes not far from downtown. James Clifford said he and his family were riding out the storm in their home when 2 trees snapped, crashing down onto the roof.
Well, it broke the tops out of these 2, and the majority of the weight landed on this end, which crashed the whole entire roof in. And it started flooding it, and there's about 2 foot of water in one of the rooms.
The National Weather Service sent a meteorologist to the area to look at the damage. His preliminary estimate was that straight-line winds around 70 miles per hour are responsible for all the damage.
Now, even with the damage to those mobile homes, there were no reports of any injuries. In Wolfe County, Sean Moody, WKYT.
The National Weather Service now says an EF3 tornado hit western Kentucky yesterday afternoon, injuring 10 people. An EF3 can bring winds of up to 160 miles an hour. That tornado that went through Mayfield and Graves County was caught on camera. You can see it here. It ripped apart homes and businesses. One man survived by holding onto a tree.
I got on the other side of that building is a swimming pool, and in front of that pool is a big tree, and I was just hugging that tree for life. And
The Weather Service also says EF1 tornadoes touched down in Muhlenberg and Breckenridge counties. State police troopers also reported a tornado on the ground in Trigg County near the Christian County line. The National Weather Service is in that area today surveying the damage, and we'll have the details ahead on WKYT News at 5. New information today about a man accused of setting house fires around central Kentucky. WKYT has learned John Roth was on parole for the same crime at the time of his arrest. State police say the 38-year-old Roth and a 17-year-old broke into 6 homes in Jessamine, Garrett, Fayette, Scott, and Madison counties before setting them on fire. The State Department of Corrections says Roth was given parole on December 1st after serving time on an arson charge in Jefferson County. State police say they arrested Roth and the teenager after they pawned items stolen from the Madison County home in Jessamine County. Roth answered to the charge in court today.
It's kind of scary. I mean, luckily we had video surveillance of the guy bringing it in, and it helped put the guy behind bars.
Roth pleaded not guilty to receiving stolen property in Jessamine County. State police say he could face more charges. We'll have the latest on his arrest ahead at 4:30. John Calipari is looking ahead to next season, and he's excited about what he sees. Today, the Cats coach met with the media for the first time since the end of the season. WKYT's Rob Bromley has more in our Big Blue coverage. Hi, Rob.
Hello, Jennifer. And John Calipari in a great mood and touching on a variety of subjects as he spoke to the media for about 37 to 38 minutes this afternoon. Cal said he didn't know if Isaiah Briscoe would be back. He talked like he would be, but he said Briscoe has to shoot the ball better. He's worked out for 3 teams. Marcus Lee is at the NBA Combine in Chicago. He does not expect Lee to return.
Marcus is really wants to do this, and my guess is that he'll keep his name in the draft because he just really, this is what he wants to do. And, you know, I just told him to go up there and do your thing and, you know, show the athletic player that you are. And you know, he's also worked out. We had those guys work out with teams before the Combine, so 2 or 3 teams could evaluate them, talk to them.
Calipari also said that Alex Poitras' knee is still not 100%, not as strong as the other. So therefore, he is not working out for teams, and he will not work out for teams until the knee is 100%.
Thank you, Rob. Coach Cal also said he is excited about next season's team. He said they'll be great defensively and have the kind of speed of the 2012 National Championship team. Our reporters are working on a number of other stories for WKYT starting at 4:30. Amber Philpott joins us from the newsroom with a look at some of the news in progress. Good afternoon, Amber.
Good afternoon to you, Jennifer. Police have identified 2 people hit and killed by a train as a husband and wife. The couple was walking on the tracks near the West Columbia crossing in Somerset last night. Police say Daryl and Chelsea Phelps may have been confused by the direction of the train and may have tried to get off the track when they were hit. Coming up on WKYT News at 4:30, you'll hear from police who say they've had far too many of these train versus pedestrian incidents there. More than 24 officers from the Richmond Police Department are on their way to Washington, D.C. to honor a fallen colleague. The 26 officers will be there as Officer Daniel Ellis's name is added to the National Law Enforcement Officers Memorial. Officer Ellis was shot and killed in November during a robbery investigation.
He's going to be up there with thousands and thousands of other heroes, but just to know that he's not going to be forgotten for the sacrifice he made and the ultimate price he paid, it really means the world to us.
While the officers are in D.C., the Madison County Sheriff's Office, Eastern Kentucky University Police, and Berea Police will cover their calls. That's a look at just some of the news in progress. Jennifer, back to you.
Thanks, Amber. Walmart is suing Visa over chip-enabled debit cards. Details in WKYT Money Watch. And baseball cards have been around for more than a century. How they're going high-tech next on WKYT News at 4.
Keep up with the latest news on WKYT.com. Join the conversation on Twitter and become a part of the WKYT Facebook family.
Walmart is suing Visa over the way it handles chipped debit cards. That tops today's WKYT Money Watch. The retail giant filed a lawsuit yesterday claiming Visa's method is not secure. Walmart says Visa allows customers to just use a signature to verify transactions with chip debit cards. The company says payments using PIN numbers are more secure and less expensive for the retailer to conduct. Visa has not commented yet on the matter. There will be no deal for the nation's two biggest office supply chains. A federal judge has blocked the proposed $6.3 billion merger between Staples and Office Depot. The judge says the combined company would hurt competition and would dictate the price of supplies. Amazon is launching a new platform featuring user-generated videos. Amazon Direct Video will compete directly with YouTube. The company says the service allows creators to upload their own videos to Amazon's Prime Video and generate royalties based on the hours streamed. Baseball cards have been around since the 1800s, and now one card company is bringing them into the digital age. Kenneth Craig looks at how.
Is he a good player?
He is a good player.
Jed Latkin enjoys showing his son Brody the baseball cards he collected as a kid.
7 RBIs.
Today he's still collecting, but now the cards are digital. Latkin uses an app from the Topps company called Bunt. Just like physical cards, users buy a pack of digital cards that even come with a piece of digital gum.
To switch to something that was all digital, that there wasn't the feel of the cardboard, at first seemed weird. Remember that one?
But Latkin quickly embraced the technology. The digital cards provide live player stats and can be used in fantasy play.
Baseball cards have seen a drop in popularity. Topps is hoping the digital version will attract a new generation of fans.
It's not just baseball. There are apps for football, soccer, and even Star Wars cards. Jeremy Strasser from Topps says they can all be traded with other users online.
You can carry your entire collection in your pocket on your mobile phone.
And designers can quickly create new cards to mark any milestone.
We release cards 365 days a year, multiple times a day.
Rare digital cards are valuable. You'll find them going on eBay from a few dollars to a few hundred. Latkin sold this limited Derek Jeter card 2 years ago for $500. But money is not his motivation.
My son and I look through them all the time.
Latkin says experiencing America's pastime in the digital age keeps them connected. Kenneth Craig, CBS News, New York.
It's Woodford Theater's production of Hairspray, and we are giving you a preview. I'm Deanne Stevens, out and about in Woodford County today.
I feel like I should be whispering too, but we've got to be talking about some thunderstorms booming across the area yet again later tonight and into Thursday. The latest on the latest severe weather threat is next. It is a WKYT First Alert Severe Weather Day again. Potential is there for some strong and maybe severe thunderstorms coming up later this evening into the overnight and then again tomorrow and tomorrow night. Defender Radar Network right now picking up on some scattered stuff. The majority of the rest of the daylight hours should be rain-free in many areas. Outside of a scattered thunderstorm that goes up, we've got one here between Maysville and Flemingsburg working toward parts of Lewis County. Tried to fire up a light shower, Bluegrass region, did not have a whole lot of success with those. What we're concerned about later this evening, look at this complex of thunderstorms that is now beginning to increase, and it is working its way toward the east. And you notice how we're getting some development out ahead of that main line. Often, that is showing you exactly where the apex of that line is going to be heading. So we're likely to see that head across southern parts of Indiana, and then turning the corner toward the Louisville metro area, E-Town, and eventually parts of central Kentucky. Storm Prediction Center, by the way, with a enhanced risk for severe weather. That was just upgraded over the past few minutes into the Owensboro area and southern parts of Illinois. Slight risk for severe weather into parts of central Kentucky. Marginal risk the farther east that you go. Northeastern Kentucky, they have you in no risk, but the potential is there, especially the farther south and west that you go, for some strong and severe thunderstorms as the evening wears on. 7 o'clock this evening, it's muggy, but it is mainly dry where you live. Upper 70s to low 80s. Here comes that complex of thunderstorms, though, between, let's say, 9 and 11 o'clock this evening. That is right on top of central Kentucky. Hopefully it weakens a little bit. One more little complex follows that up into tomorrow morning. Then as we go through the day on Thursday, we're into the upper 70s already at noon tomorrow. Tomorrow afternoon can get downright humid. We get at 80 to 85 before thunderstorms crash the late day party. And guess what? Some of those could be strong or even locally severe. That is with a cold front that will clear the area as we go into Friday. Friday looks like the pick day to get outside and enjoy it. Even though the temperatures get a little shy on us there, we're going to hit the low 70s on Friday afternoon. Friday night, here comes one more little cold front into town. That starts the day on Saturday with some gusty showers and maybe a rumble of thunder out there, and temperatures will be dropping. You know what's going to happen on Saturday? It's going to be a chilly day. You're going to have to break out maybe a sweatshirt into the afternoon and evening, especially. We may struggle to get much past 60 degrees as that cooler air works its way in from northwest to southeast throughout the day. That will likely set the stage then for the possibility Saturday night and again on Sunday night for temperatures to hit the 30s. Green thumbs. There's the possibility of a little patchy frost both Sunday and Monday to start out the day. Now, as we go into later Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, thunderstorms return. We're likely going back into a very stormy setup for most of next week. So the storms will be with us across the region, and over the next few days, potential is there for a strong storm or two. Right now, let's check on traffic. Here's Officer Don.
I've got a couple of things working. One's a collision on the inner loop of Man o' War. It's just past Nichols Park. No one's heard of that wreck. They're going to try to move it out of the way. Another one is outbound Richmond Road, past 8th and Boonesboro over to the side. Other than that, traffic flow, we're getting what we expect on Nicholasville Road and Harrodsburg Road. Drive times to Nicholasville, 12 to 15 minutes. Right now to Paris, on Paris Pike, looking good. Police are running radar, though, near the Fayette-Bourbon County line. Now back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Officer Don. Hairspray is the winner of 8 Tony Awards, including Best Musical. The production is on at the Woodford Theater. Deanne Stevens joins us from the theater now with more. Hi, Deanne.
Good afternoon, guys, from Woodford Theater, where Hairspray is on this weekend. I'm so excited about this one and so excited to be in this beautiful theater. Vanessa is with us. She is the director of the production of Hairspray here at Woodford Theater. And these guys sound amazing. I'm excited to share it with our audience.
Yes, they are wonderful performers. It's been a great time getting ready for this. And we're going to share with you a little part of Without Love, probably one of my favorite numbers in the show, celebrating forbidden love. Tracy and Link are at Tracy's jail cell, and Link is about to break her out of jail. And Penny and Seaweed, Seaweed has just broken into Penny's house to remove her ropes from where she was tied up by her mother, keeping her in her room. And so they are breaking free and celebrating love.
Take a look. Hairspray.
Hostess snack, but now I've tasted chocolate and I'm never going back without love.
Life is like a bee that you can't follow.
Without love, life is Doris Day at the Apollo.
Darling, I'll be yours forever, 'cause I never wanna be without love. Darling, never set me free. I'm yours forever, never set me free.
My hands on you.
Sweet freedom is our goal.
Wait for parole. Oh, Link, I've got to get out of here. If only you had a Zippo and some hairspray, I think we could make an easy bake oven kind of blowtorch.
Hairspray kicking off here at Woodford Theater on Friday, running through Sunday of this weekend as well as next weekend. You better get your tickets in advance, and you can do that by going to woodfordtheater.com. I'm Deanne Stevens, out and about. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Deanne. There's a new concern about a popular over-the-counter heartburn medication that's ahead in Better Living. And Budweiser hopes nothing says America like an ice-cold can of beer. How long its name change will last, coming up on WKYT News at 4. Tonight's Powerball jackpot is $40 million, and Friday night's Mega Millions jackpot is $161 million. It's time for Better Living, health, education, and consumer news that impacts your life. A new study shows popular heartburn drugs known as proton pump inhibitors can damage blood vessel cells. Research finds long-term exposure to the over-the-counter medication can cause blood vessel cells in the lab to age more quickly. Recent studies have linked long-term use of the medications to heart disease and dementia. A new national survey finds many adults have asthma and don't know it. Research from National Jewish Health finds most people are aware of common symptoms, including wheezing and shortness of breath, but not other signs such as trouble sleeping, chest pain, and persistent cough. 1 in every 200 adults is newly diagnosed with asthma every year. Researchers at UCLA say yoga and meditation may help reduce the risk of developing Alzheimer's disease and other forms of dementia. In the study, participants who practiced mindful exercise for 3 months were better able to navigate while walking or driving, had fewer symptoms of depression and anxiety, and could better manage stress. Soon, you can toast America. This summer, Budweiser, which is owned by a company in Belgium but is still brewed here in the U.S., is renaming its beer America. You'll see the new name on bottles and cans, along with phrases from the Pledge of Allegiance and lyrics from the Star-Spangled Banner. The marketing campaign will last through the presidential election in November. And now here's what's coming up on WKYT News at 4:30.